everybody, this is Alchemist 2, and I'm back again with another book review. I read James Dashner's last book in the Mortality Doctrine series called The Game of Lives. And of course, we're back in the VertNet, and all hell's broken loose, and it's just very action-packed, and you know something terrible is going to happen. You know that this is now or never. And Michael has to do something that immediately he regrets, but there was no other option otherwise. And it's got that whole... Now, watching Your Million, I was thinking about the whole idea of the metaverse, and Game of Lives is like that. It's very much similar to Hack Sign or Log Horizon or Sword Art Online, the most common virtual reality games, animes that there are, and all of them are they have similar threads throughout. But there was kind of a nod to his other series, which is Maze Runner, and one of the characters said, I had a bad encounter with a griever, and I thought, Dashner, you rogue. But it was very funny. I had to laugh at that because I love the Maze Runner series, and I will be reading the first book in the series. And question, I know Scorched Trials has been out for a while. I've seen Maze Runner. I absolutely adore Maze Runner. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. It's a great reinvention of the zombie genre, and just it's creepy, it's unnerving, plus it has a lot of the whole idea of morality that that comes into view when you're dealing with genetic code. And of course, Your Million, like I said, I know I keep going back to that, but it's a common thread, and the interwoven threads of DNA. Just swap, change, make it anew. You're now able to travel through this world. Actually, no, you no longer have a body. No, your whole experience was programmed for you. You don't know what's real. What is real? Nobody knows. It's that whole kind of murky existentialism that just hurts your head, but yeah, it makes you question quite a bit. But I absolutely love it. I've been in love with cautionary tales like this one, and interconnectivity with our interaction was one thing I wrote that's very similar. It's different because people are hooked up into the virtual. You've got the rich and the poor, and the poor live outside, and they're the means for the rich to live the lives that they choose. And the rich have virtual reality. They don't realize that they're people. There's a corporation that's involved. I mean, it's really multi-layered. It's one of the best things I've written in a long time. And I would love to see it become something huge on the big screen because I know it would sell. And people will eat this stuff up. And plus, I want to show what could happen with greed and corruption and corporate mentality. Just because I don't believe in the man. I think that the man is deleterious to our health as a community. I think that as a community, we need to be more compassionate. This shows what goodness, compassion, kindness, even from those to whom you are not related, can blossom into something meaningful and worthwhile. And it changes Michael's life, basically, with Helga, the story of Helga, his caretaker. And it almost made me cry, actually, I thought. And I think he really didn't know what was actual and what was fantasy. But, it's just that kind of Through a Scanner Darkly kind of scenario. Well, Through a Scanner Darkly is a totally different idea. It deals with a future that drugs are outlawed. But anyway, Just that whole dream-like miasma that these characters are lost in, and not really knowing who they are, where they are, and the purpose of what Kane is really, his whole modus operandi. And of course, they realize that Kane has to be. From the very beginning, we all knew that Kane was bad, and so the same thing with Weber as well. And yeah, Weber gets her justice. She gets her just due, and I was really happy with that. I thought, yes, finally, you get what's coming to you. But yeah, it's an exceptional book, and I recommend it to anybody who's read the first two. And if you're a fan of any of Dashner's books, he's just an up and coming YA author, and he is just stupendous in everything that he writes. He's very vivid and very unnerving in the verbiage that he uses and how he describes different um, events and the characters' existence with other characters, and just what the virtual net looks like, and how it's just creepy. That's all I can say. It's very unnerving, and like I said, it's a definite object lesson, and one that I think that will teach us, and something that we should avoid. And I think it's a great way to just learn from mistakes that we could make and hopefully not make them, thanks to books like this, and authors like this are very meticulous and outstanding in trying to teach us to try and learn from their characters, so we don't stumble and fall along the way, and basically fall to our ultimate doom. That could happen, and hopefully it won't. But that's basically all I had to say about A Game of Lives. Ends very happily, by the way, and it gives one character hope that you didn't think had any hope, and it brings a tear to your eye. But it's a very satisfactory ending, and I absolutely loved it, and I can't recommend it more than I do. And I give it 2 thumbs way up, 5 stars hands down, and that's about it. So until next time, live long and prosper. Ciao, tutti.